All right, believe we're good.
All right, check. Is that going into your cool edit or no?
Check.
Is it 2 or 3? I can never remember. It's 2, right? Check.
Check 1, 2. Yep, let me get the old music potted up here.
Hang on, some water.
We're good whenever you're ready.
And action, off we go. Welcome to Here's Your Freaking Podcast with the JLNKShow. As always, thanks for coming along for the ride. We appreciate it. You can stay up to date all things JLNK by heading over to JLNKShow.com. What do we got coming up on the podcast today? We'll figure out when is the best time of the day for you to do the sex.
The sex.
It depends on what age you are. Dictates, obviously, what's the best time of the day to do it. You're in your 40s and 50s. If somebody told you let's have sex at midnight, what would you say?
No way.
That could possibly happen. That's a bad time for me.
What am I, on drugs?
We'll learn how to flirt at the gym and not be a pervert weirdo. We'll learn about the side effects to Scrotox. We'll take a look at dating older women and how you can now call your boss names and they can't fire you because of it. This is great news that we'll wrap up with the podcast with today. But let's start right here. Young lady by the name of Sarah. Sarah is an Instagram model. Sarah Blake. She is accusing American Airlines of big boob discrimination.
No.
She says a flight attendant told her that
Haven't these women had enough of these huge knockers?
She would have to button up her shirt before she would be allowed to get onto the plane that she was trying to get on. She said she was unaware that you couldn't wear athletic attire on a plane if you have big boobs. She says she pointed out other women who were dressed like her on the plane.
Look at her with the big boobs, and her.
And she says, I'm the only one because I'm so damn good looking and my knockers are so big that I'm the only one that they were hassling.
They've singled her out.
I know my rights. She received a response from American Airlines, their X account, asking for a DM so that a quote-unquote specialist could take a closer look.
That's me.
Yeah.
Send in the pro. I'm like, I don't know. They look kind of big, but I'm going to need to take a closer peek.
Yeah. You can go check out her story. The whole thing seems like a setup. It's another one of those where it just seems like somebody's doing something to, well, and then you talk about it on a podcast 600 miles away.
Yep.
Best time of day to have sex depends on your age, according to experts. Sex changes as you get older, right?
Well, if I can get it around like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, my day is finishing up pretty nicely.
That would be ideal.
I try to explain, I'm like, but that's like my 5 p.m., 6 p.m. window to everybody else because I wake up so early.
Right. It'd be like me waking you up at 4 o'clock when my alarm goes off.
Come on, first thing, let's go.
You know what would be great right now? Probably some sex. According to a hormone health expert, the best time of the day for sex probably depends on how old you are. Here's what they recommend. When you're in your 20s,
oh, here we go.
it's the best time of the day. I think the answer is all times of the day. When you're in your 20s, you don't give a shit. You're like, I want to do it now, and then now, and then now, and then now.
I didn't care what time I was getting it. I didn't care who was giving it to me.
They say when your hormones are at their most robust is when you're in your 20s. Your libido is higher. So you basically are willing to do it rise to shine, right? Sun up to sun down.
Right.
Biologically, your belly, biologically, your body is telling you to make babies, whether you want kids or not. So you wake up raring to go. You have lunch raring to go. You go to bed raring to go.
Wake up, guess what I am?
But they do say making morning time is ideal for you to get down and dirty. What about when you're in your 30s?
Usually because the day hasn't beaten you down by that point.
Yeah, you still have a little confidence in you. You got a little pep in your step.
Today might be the day.
Right. You go to bed, 9:30, 10 o'clock, you fucking loser.
Yup.
Nobody wants to have sex with a fucking loser.
No, you pissant.
In your 30s, when is the best time for you to have sex? They do say when you're in your 30s, this is your era for embracing scheduled sex.
I don't have all day to fuck around. 7 o'clock, let's go.
Hey, this is funny. The best time to have sex when you're in your 30s is whenever you have time. Job stress, small kids get in the way when you're in your 30s. And the hormonal shifts happen to 30-somethings. They actually make your sex life deeper and more emotionally satisfying. When you're in your 40s,
early evening,
morning sex starts to make a comeback. They also
I always hate this because 5 days of the week, you and I are immediately out of this equation. You'll never find another willing partner at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Nope. You get how about you go fuck yourself?
I wouldn't even wake her up I'm too scared to wake her up to ask, hey, are you horny? She's like, actually, I was in the deepest part of my sleep. Thanks a lot, asshole.
I want my penis to live to see another day, not get hacked off on this.
No.
I don't want her to break the glass on her nightstand and cut off my dong. Morning sex is making a comeback when you're in your 40s, but long lunch breaks are a good option as well. They do say in your 40s, menopause can affect hormones and arousal levels. But if you're also more aware of what fulfilling sex means to you and you know how to ask for it, you also know when not to ask for it.
May I have some, please?
What about in your 40s? In your 50s. Sex in your 50s is less about frequency and more about sensuality.
It's probably more about taking advantage of windows your body is ready. I am well rested. I am hydrated. Let's go.
Not yet. Not yet.
Okay, now.
They say oxytocin becomes more important than ever for intimacy throughout your 50s, timing-wise. You're looking at mornings and middays. Those are ideal. Again, because at the end of the day, you're so beaten down, and your energy levels are higher in the morning, and so is your desire. Now, what about when you're really getting up there, when you're in your 60s and beyond?
I would hope that in your 60s, a lot of life's stresses have kind of fallen by the wayside. You're not worried about small kids. You're not worried about work so much because you're in your 60s. You're either at the end or you've finished.
You're doing it all day.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm good for whenever.
Hey, I'm going to make love for hours on end.
Hormone experts recommend that the 60-plus crowd can look forward to a new phase of sexuality that's richer and more intentional than ever. Afternoons, early evening is the sweet spot for sex when you're in your 60s. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Gives us something to look forward to. Remember when we used to do it? Well, we'll do it again when we're in our 60s.
Yep.
How do you flirt at the gym without looking like a goddamn creeper?
As a married man, the answer is I don't. I go out of my way to seem uninterested.
Serena Bendori, she's a relationship coach.
I think I told you on the show that I saw flirting happen in real time in front of me one time. These two women walked in. They were younger, probably in their early 20s, and they started working out. And within 2 minutes, this big meathead goon, who was probably older than me, was on the one of them.
Right.
And he was
Gross.
he was doing. It was almost like out of a fucking movie. He had his hands out trying to show her how to like properly do some lift.
No, we found out from gym people before that's the last thing you want to do.
And I thought he was fucked, but then he kept making eyes at her, doing the little like call me thing like this.
Whoa.
And he eventually went over, and they started talking, and it looked like over the course of about 25 minutes, he got her number.
That doesn't seem very fair at all.
Meanwhile, her Ugo friend was like,
you need to keep working.
Yep.
I'll talk to you in a couple of months.
She was over there squatting 650 with a zin in her lip.
They say the gym is one of those underrated places for gym goers to flirt and meet someone, according to this relationship coach. It's likely that people who meet at the gym value movement, sleep, hygiene, managing stress, routine, and consistency. It makes sense because you need all of those things to convince yourself to go to the gym every day, right?
Yeah.
So you know that they're driven. Plus, you've got all the endorphins because you're at the gym. You got all the hormones because you're at the gym. They say exercise can elevate mood and influence sex drive, potentially deepening intimacy and feelings of connection. So, when you hit the gym, how do you flirt with other people when you're there? All of these things will make your palms sweaty.
See, if I were a single man, I would be too nervous because I don't want to be one of those people that like, there he is. You know, I'm on her live stream.
Yeah, like when you walk in at the gym every day, all of a sudden 6 heads turn and look at you because you know they were just talking about you. Oh, he's going to be here in about 10 minutes.
Oh, here he comes.
Yeah. Smiles. Here's what you need to do. Flex your body language when you're at the gym. Smile, eye contact.
Lead with your genitals.
A random, are you done with that? Chats, those are all green flags that will spark interest. Short replies, zero eye contact. No, that's not for you.
It's also hard because everybody has earbuds in, or like the over that. So you don't know if they ever hear you, or if they're just reading your lips. You're like, can I get you done with this?
Yeah, there's nodding and smiling.
You just point, you're like, blah, 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 blah.
Uh-huh.
I almost feel like a weirdo because I don't ever wear headphones when I'm at the gym. I just raw dog it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I'm the only guy there. I'm the only person in the building without earphones in.
I take whatever satellite radio they're offering up to me there. Don't drop in on their set. Interrupting mid-squat is the flirty equivalent of unplugging somebody's headphones. You're giving somebody the instant ick immediately. When it comes to flirting at the gym, timing goes a long way.
Don't interrupt whatever they're doing. Wait until they've finished or they haven't started yet.
Yep. They say keep it sweet, not sexy when you're flirting at the gym. Commenting on somebody's assets is not flirting. It's creepy.
No, I can tell you do a lot of work here based on your butt.
Women everywhere have experienced unwanted compliments, and the last thing you want to do is put that someone on you. Start with a smile, casual. What are you training for? So I look good naked? That's a good answer. Mm-hmm. That'll get people's attention. That's flirty minus the cringe, by the way. You get to learn a little bit more about their personality without, them calling the cops on you for being a damn weirdo or talking about you as soon as you leave.
She asks you, well, what are you training for?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my inevitable fight to the death with Father Time.
They say gains take time. Rome obviously wasn't built in a day, neither is gym chemistry. Keep it light, keep it breezy, keep it small. This is like the long game for flirting with someone at the gym.
Like there are people at the gym, men and women, that I'll talk to,
Mm-hmm.
Briefly, maybe not so briefly, but it's never the first 20 times we see each other. It's always like over the course of 2 months, you're there at the same time. It starts with nods, and you start to go, hey, what's up? Good to see you. Fist bump here or there, then you're having a conversation.
Slowly build a connection.
And she's like, are you that weirdo porno addict from the radio? I'm like, no, it's not me.
That's a different weirdo
No,
porno addict.
That's the other guy. I'm Jason Lee. Hi, how are you?
That could be said for all radio guys. You're like, you're going to need to be more specific.
Do you have a goon cave that you were talking about? What? No.
Flirting at the gym. If you're catching vibes from somebody and you're feeling the moment, then drop some heavier hints. Shoot your shot with a clear invite to coffee or maybe a drink. You want to go get some cake when we're done with the gym?
There's a Long John Silver's across the parking lot.
That would get me fired up.
Oh, yeah.
We go get cake? I'm like, yeah, hell yeah, we go get cake. I love cake. If they're into it, you just scored the easiest win. Try direct lines once you know that you're already vibing together.
The only problem I have with any of this is, let's say that you make the first move and you do this, and she is obviously either not interested or you read things wrong. Do you have to find a new fucking gym?
Yeah, I can't come back to this gym now. This is humiliating.
Yeah, I know it's the old shit where you eat thing, but man, like I'd be too embarrassed to see her again, so I'd have to go work out across town.
They suggest direct lines like, I know we see each other here a lot, but I'd love to grab a coffee or a drink sometime if you're down with it. Or would you be open to hanging out outside of the gym sometime?
And you and I could always leave with that nice question that only we would get. So what brings you to the gym at noon on a weekday?
Right. Are you almost borderline unemployed like we are?
Yeah. So you got nothing going on, huh? The kids are in school, husband's at work, huh? Nice.
Flirting with someone at the gym. Your favorite instructor isn't your crush. They're on the clock. That friendly smile, professional. Correct form, fixing your form, that's professional. If you really want to ask them out, like ask out your trainer, I would never dream.
We've talked on the show, the podcast before, how you shouldn't ever ask out a woman who's at work or working because they're captive. They can't run from you.
Yeah, they're being nice to you because professionally, that's how you do it.
Yep.
Right? You're going to ask out every waitress that's nice to you? No, that's not how that works at all. If you're going to ask out your trainer, do it after class, do it off duty, do it casually. It's their job to be friendly, encouraging, engaging, right? Play it cool, or you're going to look like a jackass. Oh, here you go. Here's what you're supposed to do. Flirting at the gym. This is from Women's Health Magazine, by the way. What happens if you get rejected? Shoot and miss?
I just told you. Find another gym.
Yeah. I guess I'm just...
Suddenly I'm workout before work guy.
I'm going to be on 600-pound sisters now. That's it. I don't want to do this. No means that you're making room for someone who's actually into you.
That's a nice way of spinning it.
Yeah. If you shoot your shot and you miss, show them a smile, thank them for being honest, and move on to your next set. You're not for everyone, and that's a good thing. The right person will notice, reciprocate, and meet you with the same energy. That doesn't say anything about, okay, so I'm like, hey, cool, thanks for your time. All of a sudden, you become a telemarketer. Oh, thanks for your time. And then you move on. What about in the next 10 minutes when you're both still working out across from each other at the gym? That's humiliating. You don't want that.
It would take me my entire time at the gym to gain up the nerve, and I would only be able to do it on my way out the door. And if not, that would be the last time I entered that door.
You want to go out sometime? Apparently, dudes are getting scrotox. We've talked about this on the podcast before. It's Botox for your balls. It's an injection. Just let's lay this out for what it is. It is an injection of Botox into your scrotum.
I understand why
it is a needle to the nuts.
I understand why men and women get Botox on their face because they feel that wrinkles in the face are unsightly and give away your age. But did we ever come from a place where our balls were smooth to begin with?
I don't think so.
So wouldn't it look weird if you saw a pair of nuts and they were like smooth like glass?
8 out of 10 men seeking the procedure, the scrotox, are seeking an aesthetic result. It says instead of addressing a medical concern. I don't know what the medical concern would be.
Does that mean your balls just glide across the underwear and smooth?
I guess.
Like Nancy Kerrigan along the Olympic ice?
Here comes my triple Lindy.
Yeah.
There are 3 main reasons why men are getting scrotox. 1, it reduces wrinkles and creases.
Again,
the seam remains though, right?
Yeah.
I still get to keep the seam.
I need the wrinkles and creases there because that's what makes your nuts look like your nuts.
In case somebody wants to take my balls and throw a curve, I got to have that seam in there so they can get a good grip.
I mean, unless this is one of those things too where the older you get, they start to hang lower. You want them to stay up and tight like a young man's nutsack.
Well, that's why you do it. Reduces wrinkles and creases to make the boys down below appear smoother, much like my brain. The second, they're hoping to decrease the amount of sweating going on down there to offset discomfort, irritation, chafing, or skin infections. Third...
that Broncos fan does say on YouTube, man, imagine some scrotox nuts gliding along some silk underwear.
Yeah.
Woo-wee.
They also hope to temporarily decrease the scrotum size or the sag. So it brings them in with the high and tight. High, tight, and smooth. Dry, because there's no sweating.
But if you've spent this much money and you have beautiful-looking nuts, doesn't this kind of light a fire under you to show them off to people?
Yeah.
Like,
if lady got a boob job.
Yeah, you can't put these under you got to whip them out of parties.
Yeah, you guys got to see how smooth my balls are. Fucking scrotox this week. Man, they are high and tight, and they're feeling fine. The procedure is generally considered to be safe. Oh, man, okay, it could be safe.
You're putting botulism near your penis. Mm-hmm. That, to me, is immediately ruled out.
They do make a note that it should always be performed by a licensed professional, and there may be some side effects. There are some issues with allergic reactions.
Nope.
Dizziness. Yeah, I get the dizziness afterward. They just put a needle in your scrot, right? Sorry, I'm a little lightheaded right now, doctor. There's also a small chance that you may have some urinary or sexual dysfunction. Many common issues, however, tend to be tenderness, sensitivity, and bruising. Do you want to check out my smooth, bruised balls?
I don't know. Does it increase the likelihood you're going to sit on? I don't know. It's like looking at somebody, like a guy with no shirt on who has no nipples, just smoothies. You could tell something's missing or a rye, a Kimbo, but you can't
It's like
really
a picture
tell.
of people without eyebrows, right? Like you noticed the guy's missing tooth, but you didn't notice he was missing an eyebrow. No, I just knew that something was off.
What's your name? Powder's Nuts.
Yeah. Well, you're speaking about your porno addiction a couple of minutes ago in your goon
I know.
cave.
I was laughing about the insinuation
You're
that I
like,
have a problem. No.
You don't have a crippling addiction to pornography. In a world filled with MILF and cougar porn.
MILF and cougar porn is so 20 years ago. Because back then, when I was a young man, a MILF was how old I am now.
A MILF is like 40. Now she's like 82.
Now a MILF is the same age as my mom and mother-in-law. That is not hot.
Good sex
Boner,
makes me have to
cook,
take a dump.
Cook killed.
How do you get with older women? Here's a quick guide. Why? There are a ton of older women out there. They have tons of stuff to bring to the table when you're dating them. What's the best part about dating older women?
They're experienced.
They're more mature emotionally, which is actually bad because that puts, again, an emotional gap widens. Like there's already, my wife and I are the same age, but there's already an emotional gap. There's,
maybe she might think my immature horse shit is cute.
Maybe. She's
youthful.
Older women are more confident. They have more experience in the world. They're also more likely to go against the grain when it comes to an outdated social or cultural narrative. Like, I'll pick up the check. Yeah, see, that'd be sweet. Older women have a clearer vision of what they want, what they don't want in a relationship, and they're better at using their words and expressing it, too. Oh, and then they say, and then there's sex. Older women have been around the block, right? They know what they like. They're less reserved.
Oh.
When it comes to sharing thoughts, yeah, there's probably not a lot of new stuff, right? I mean, the road's been driven on a few times, right?
On the other hand, though, I don't have anything in my bag of tricks that's going to wow her.
No, that's...
Like, check this. She's like, I've been there. What about that?
They've probably learned a trick or three along the way that would show it being a little bit different than what you're accustomed to, right? All right, here we'll wrap on this because this is great news. Apparently, you can call your boss names and they can't fire you. A UK court ruled that calling your boss, specifically a dickhead,
okay, that's not that bad,
is not grounds for a firing. An office manager was fired on the spot back in 2022 for calling her manager a dickhead. She also called another director at the company she worked for a dickhead. I like this. I like when girls use words like that.
Nothing's funnier to me when a girl says, suck my dick.
Well, I mean, that part's kind of weird. But like, dickhead is funny. There's no, like...
Well, like when they say, bro, like, suck my dick. You're like, that's pretty funny.
There was a heated argument during a meeting.
It's when they're just saying it, not like giving you the invitation. I think you're thinking that something I'm saying is not what I'm saying.
No, I hear what you're saying.
I said it's funny. It's not hot.
It's like that Kesha song where, what is it, Woman?
Yeah.
Yeah, when she says, suck my dick. It's off-putting. There's something weird about it I don't like. But if a woman calls somebody a dickhead, I think that's really funny.
Have you ever seen a girl do the jack-off hand?
Yeah, it's completely uncoordinated. Looks like she's trying to start a mower.
I know, they don't know how to do it.
No.
Every girl I've ever seen do it, it's like way off to the side. It's like, yeah.
You want to be nice, but you don't want to criticize. You're like, hey, let me show you.
You've never jerked this off before, have you?
The woman told the court that the comment was meant to be a joke.
I'm like the guy in the gym. Let me correct your form here. Put my arms around you. See, you want to hold your hand down by where your dick would be, and you kind of give it a little shakaroo.
The woman said when she called her boss a dickhead, it was meant to be a joke, but her boss responded by telling her to leave immediately.
I mean, I would think if you said your boss was a dickhead to their face, they would probably fire you, right?
The employment judge ruled that the woman had been unfairly dismissed. And there's money, $40,000 in compensation and legal costs. Yeah. The judge found that the company had not acted reasonably in all the circumstances by treating her conduct and the way that they treated her. And they didn't think that it merited dismissal.
Plus the court's like, and yeah, he's a dickhead too on top of that.
Oh, there you go. They were talking about workplace issues, and she told her bosses plural, because there was another director in there. She said, and I quote, it comes off like a joke, like a friendly joke. The quote is, "It's only because of you two dickheads that I stayed." Right? Essentially, that's a compliment.
Yeah.
Right? That's a bro on bro conversation.
You're in the trenches together. You can call somebody a dickhead.
And that's when she was fired immediately. It doesn't say anything about getting her job back. It just says that she, won and she got $40,000 in compensation. Good for her.
That's a win. That's a win, man.
Yeah. So there you go. There's the podcast for this week. As always, thank you for coming along for the ride. And
we're supposed to say click like and subscribe so you get an alert the next time we go live.
Oh, okay. And then,
so you get those YouTube ducats.
Stay up to date. All things JLNK by heading over to JLNKShow.com. We don't get any ducats off of that. So, I don't give a shit if you go there or not.
We get suckets and fuckets.
Yep. We'll see you next Tuesday.